And welcome back to Scav Talk, everyone. Today's episode, we recapping you on the Tarkov news, as we usually do. As it's been a little over a week. We skipped a week here just because there wasn't too much to talk about, but now we got plenty of stuff to go over. Tarkov patch, various things. ETS is now opened, and there was a little community PvP event in Grey's Warfare he's going to talk about. Then we got Sandbox has been released with some mixed stuff going on. I went and bought the game/platform and mess around. I'll tell you more about that. DLSS path tracing is in Dark Souls 2 now, thanks to some modders. I'll talk to you about that. And then lastly, Kumatani T old school slaughter. I can't read Japanese. Little game I've been playing. I'll tell you more about that later.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's been a little bit of time. I had a really chaotic week last week because I was like really ill on Thursday, and then it took me like a while to get over it, and then it was just various things. So you end up moving it until just putting it back on the regular schedule. So we missed over this patch, which came like a while ago now. So I won't spend too long on it because most people have probably seen most of the stuff in it now, which was patch 1.0.4.5. So that was on the 20th. So I was like not the Monday gone, but like the one before that. And there's a few things in here, some improvements to FPS, and they also made the left shoulder shooting a little bit better. But overall, I would say it's basically a nothing burger. But then they did the next stage of the balancing changes. So I did talk about this over on YouTube, but really we're still going through it. Like, there's lots of people who I've been asking, like, have you guys been using different guns? Like, what do you think? Because I hadn't been able to play as much as I wanted to because I was not well and I just was not on from like Thursday through Sunday or whatever. And so many people have just been like, I don't know what to use. I'm so confused. Like, we need you to tell us, whatever. And I was just like, well, I've not been able to play, so like I need to use every gun. It's like it's thrown a lot of the balancing up in the air for a lot of the weapons, which is quite intriguing. But the long and the short of it seems to be, if it's an AK, they've been improved on recoil, and ergo is probably about the same, I would say. So the AKs have been made stronger on recoil. If you have a replaceable barrel, that now dictates your build a lot more strongly than it did before, because previously barrels had some impact on recoil and they also had some impact on ergonomics as well. But if you just chose the longest barrel or one of the longer barrels with decent recoil, you could then just offset it with the other attachments and make these like uber long builds with like the handled nicely anyway. Now that they've moved a lot of the handguard and vertical foregrip recoil into the barrel, it now means that the barrel choice is more important, because if you go for a short barrel, you end up with a lot less recoil because you can't make it up anywhere else, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So you kind of have to choose like which barrel length you're going to go for first, and that much more strongly dictates like the floor for the recoil on the gun now, which is interesting. It's I actually like it. I genuinely quite like it.
Because my knee-jerk reaction is it's the same system but worse. Because the old system, it was like, if you went with a short barrel, usually, like in some case, I guess not universally, but you were like giving up recoil and ergo. But because the handguard, it's like always if you have a long barrel, then the long handguard gives a lot of ergo. If you have a short barrel, then the short barrel gives less ergo. But you get some ergo back from taking the shorter barrel because it doesn't have as much penalties. However, it usually wasn't enough to really make a change. I mean, I might be recalling a time in Tarkov where it really mattered that you had the longest barrel and the longest handguard, but you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it makes a bit more. I mean, you have to be a little bit more deliberate. That's the thing. You just have to be a little bit more deliberate about which way you want to go. Like, you will get quite a lot better recoil going for the longer barrels, but the ergonomic penalty on them is like, it's really quite punitive at this point. So I mean, I'll just pull one up as an example. So if we just go to the various barrel choices on the M4, I guess. I mean, in some cases, it doesn't make as much sense. So, for example, on the MDR, the long barrel there just annihilates your ergonomics, and because it's the MDR, it doesn't really make any difference what your recoil is because of the whole bullpup thing. So it doesn't, it's not universally good everywhere. But if we look at the M4, for example, so the the effect of the barrel now goes from, this is the min to max, so the very shortest barrel you can get, the 10.3-inch one, that is 5.2% recoil reduction, and the 20-inch barrel is 10.2% recoil reduction. The ergo swing goes from -2 on that short one to minus. Actually, I guess it's technically the 20-inch barrel under it, which got the same one. But the worst possible one is -32 ergo.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, wait, no, that's a
There's a
lot of
lot.
ergo. That's a lot of ergo.
Yeah, it's a lot. Now, I think most people are just going to end up choosing. There are the good ones. You know, you've got like the Hansen barrels, which are pretty good. There's like the best. There's a good middle ground for this stuff. You know, if you go for the Hansen, it's -8.1 recoil, which versus the 10.2, it's like, okay, that's fine. And it's -14 ergo rather than like
Oh yeah.
-29 or -32. So like that's probably where you're going to end up sitting.
Okay.
But you can see even there, it's like, well, you go, well, do I just want to take the 3 extra recoil percentage and go from like -14 to -2? Like that's a lot of
-2
ergo.
is a lot of yeah.
You get a lot of ergo back. It's like, I don't know. So,
But
it's
what's the
interesting.
handguard
But
differences like then?
so handguards no longer have recoil on them at all. There is no recoil
Okay.
reduction on handguards whatsoever. But the longest ones, well, the best ones, I guess, the best ones only are the longest ones. And so the most ergo you can physically get now is 19.5.
It seems like a lot,
So that's
but I
like the
guess your
Aeronox,
barrel,
which is a lot.
your barrel.
But yeah, your barrel kind of offsets that. What's blocking this? Oh yeah, it's the barrel. So you couldn't have the short one. If I stick that on, the best barrel that you're able to, the best ergo barrel you're allowed on that is like either the Centurion Arms one. You're not allowed either the Hansons. So, but it's about the same actually. It's like -8 versus -15 ergo. So, but yeah, you can't have any of the like super low ergo ones. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like if you stick on the really short one, what's the best ergo you can get? 18. So the LVOAS. So you actually don't really lose that much, right? So the LVOAS has 18 ergo, and the Aeronox one has 19.5. So you're losing 1.5 ergo, but you're getting like -2 from the barrel. So like the barrel is like way more impactful. You know, like yes, the handguards do
Yeah.
have quite big differences in ergonomics depending on which ones you pick and which ones are expensive or not. Which I think is coming. That not all the prices necessarily make sense, but you could still choose good handguards with the short barrels, so you could still get like turbo ergonomics. If you see what I mean. So now you're having to pick because there is no recoil reduction on the handguard. So it's like, okay, now you just got to choose from the barrel length what you want to do. Like how much ergo do you want to take? Do you want the -2 ergo, or do you want the -18 or something? And you got to take either -5 recoil, -8, or -10 if you go all the way to the long one. It's just like it's much more impactful. The barrel length matters a lot more.
Yeah, your barrel determines what kind of gun you're building. If it's a high ergo, low ergo, low recoil.
Basically, which I
Yeah.
think is what they wanted.
Yeah,
So this is why,
probably.
like, I kind of don't think it's too bad. I actually
Mm.
don't think it's too bad. And then you do the other stuff. You tinker with the vertical foregrips and whatnot afterwards,
Yeah, but all that stuff
and you
is
can
just like flat small bonuses now. Like there's no
pretty much they have changed it a bit again. So this is the next
oh
one.
fun for
So
you.
they said that, and honestly, it's an actual nightmare. So they said with barrels, longer barrels provide greater recoil reduction but impose higher ergonomics penalties. Changes were made to standardize the parameters and make them clearer, make the choice between short and long barrels more meaningful. That's what they said. Then handguards no longer reduce recoil, and the role is to offset the ergonomics penalties imposed by the barrel. Okay, so we've touched on both of those. Then muzzle devices were refined following the first iteration. Suppressors and their combinations with compensators now reduce ergonomics more and affect recoil less. I still think they could. I actually think they could probably go further with it, to be honest. But it is better now. So if you look at the combinations, the best one is, I mean, for the M4 at least, it's like the Furfran's CRD, and then it's the Lantac Dragon with -11, so it's -12.5, -11. The best suppressor is now -10, and that's the SDN. So that thing gives you -25 ergonomics to have that on, and then they kind of just scale down. So it's like 9.5 recoil for 19 ergo, nine. Wait, sorry, wrong one. Let me get the suppressed ones up. It's like, yeah. Yeah, so 9.5 for like 19, 22-ish. 8 recoil reduction for 17, 18.5 ergo penalty. 7.5 recoil for like 16 ergo penalty. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, the mini monster now only gives -4.5 recoil reduction, which is really not a lot. -9 penalty for ergo, so it's still good. It's still one of the better suppressors. But yeah, the recoil reduction now between using something like, that's -4.5, using the best one, we'll ignore the CRD, but yeah, so that's like 11. So you're losing 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 recoil now to go for the mini monster, which is, it's quite meaningful. If you want an ergo build, it's like, okay, well, you've already lost 3 on the barrel. Now you're losing another 7 on the suppressor combo. So it's like, it's actually kind of, I don't know what to choose now. I've got to try and like pick a nice balance. I don't think there's as many things that are like super obvious to use.
That's
They've
probably
also,
good
with the
then.
foregrips, with the foregrips, they've also kind of changed it a bit so that it was really weird, and they were like, this, point that, point the other. Now they're kind
Mm.
of tiered into a few sections. So
Yeah, I think I
the
saw
top
that.
section, there's 5 of them. Well, I guess 4 technically. There's the 2 versions of the Cobra, the Fortis Shift, the Zenit RK6, and then this pay to win one from Arena, inverted commas. Those are all the same with +12 ergo. Then you've got the next set down, which is like a progression tiering thing. They don't give you any recall, and they're +8. And then the next one down from there, you've got like the min maxy sort of recoil one, which is 2 recoil and 6 ergo. Then you've got 1 recoil and 4 ergo, which is like the next. That's like a tier below, so it's not meta. Um, and then you've got the Hera Arms, which is like -1.5 +3. I guess that one's just bad now. That one needs a buff for sure. And then the ones that give you the most recoil reduction are now -3.5 recoil, but they give you -2 ergo. And there's like kind of a block of them. So there's 3 that go like -2.5 and -1. There's 3 or 4 actually that give you -3.5 and -2. So they're like in sections rather than it being like this one gives you 4.4 and this one gives you 4.1, this one gives you 4.7, whatever. They're much more standardized, which I think is fine. I don't
Yeah.
really mind, but there's still some tiering there, and they are impactful. So, but like not as much on recall. Like most of them don't impact recall that much, and the ones that do give you quite a lot of negative ergo. So again, it's making that choice quite tricky and pushing more of the recall choice into the barrel. Um, they did say actually here, so adjustments to muzzle flash are planned for future updates, and we're actually going to talk about that because they have actually done this. Butt stocks received minor adjustments, mainly addressing inaccuracies and issues from the first iteration. They have just like tinkered with a few things. Off the top of my head, I actually just can't tell you which ones are good and which ones are bad now because it's changed so many times now. I just don't have it locked in my mind anymore.
Yeah.
Um, DB for Tarkov is our best friend for all such things. I think the ones that were good before are probably still pretty good now, but it all depends because like everything's relative, right? Like if your gun has 99 ergo already based on your build, then you want to go for the recall stock and you don't care about the ergo, right? But if your gun's got like 40 ergo, then you need like more of a balance. So it really depends where your gun ends up landing in the hierarchy of like ergo. And I don't know anymore. Like just my gut instinct is just off because it depends on the gun. Like the different guns land in different areas randomly based on all sorts of craziness. And then they changed like a bunch of the base characteristics. I talked about this already. So all AK, AKM, and AK-100 series weapons got a recoil improvement, and then and then they shifted a few other things as well. So they made the MCX worse, which is a bit sad. The mutant was like a mixed bag. The RD-704 was made better. They increased the ergo on all the machine guns, so they're easier to handle, and a few other bits. But they made a lot of the bolt actions better as well, which is quite interesting. So yeah, so making stuff now is, well, it's kind of new. You're kind of having to go back to square one, really, and just figure some stuff out. As I said, I do think that the MDR, because the MDR got nerfed in this a bit as well in this patch, and I think it already got nerfed by virtue of the barrel changes. So I think that the whole thing really has done the MDR a disservice. But I mean, I used it the other day and it's still fine. It's one of those things, right? Like, I can sit here and obsess over the stats and be poring over spreadsheets and looking at DB Vitargo and going, oh, the MDR has taken a nerf. And then you use it in raid and it's just like, well, I mean, it's not that much different to the way it was, really. I think you do need to use the short barrel for it, though. I think that's the one key takeaway with the MDR, but that's probably not a surprise to anybody who's been playing this game for a while because, as we said, it's a bullpup. The base recoil is relatively low. Like if you look at the difference in the two barrels, the long barrel gives you 12.7 recoil reduction, and the short barrel gives you 10.2 recoil reduction. So the difference is 2.5 recoil. But the ergo swing, it goes like the short barrel is minus 20 ergo, the long barrel is minus 34 ergo. So it's like 2 recoil for like 14 ergonomics, which is insane. So, but yeah, otherwise I'm just like trying to build stuff and like figure out what's good. There's some that have been dramatically improved. Like the RFB's ergonomics is now kind of insane.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is cool because it puts it into this like niche category where the spam fire like recoil is not that great. Again, because it's a bullpup and you can't get it that low, but it doesn't just mod out particularly anyway. But it means that it ADSs in like an instant. So it kind of gives you a funny trade-off. It's like really good ergo. And you can put a suppressor on it and still have like really good ergo. And like what's the most ergonomic suppressor that you can make for this thing? If you don't care about recoil on this, which I guess we probably don't, you could use the Gemtech 1, a weapon that no one has ever that weapon has like never seen the light of day in EFT ever before. And you can even use a 30 rounder on this thing, do Chris Defiance front and back, and then if you really wanted to go full ergo, you just use that the guy's Lee rail, mount with the thingy in it. And even if you let's put like the Voodoo in because it's probably the most ergonomic one. Yeah, so you can run the Gemtech 1 in an RFB with a Voodoo and a 30 round magazine, and it has 85 ergo. So there is like a weird niche case for the RFB if you want to be able to ADS real quick with it. I mean, it's probably interesting to somebody, but I like the fact that there's a bit more differentiation. So yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I think the other one that is also quite good. I've not really done an investigation into this yet, but from Dear Mars, like I don't think the full auto stuff has really changed that much. The RD704 is pretty good, but yeah, the SVD took a buff to its ergo as well. So the default SVD begins life at 51 ergo, which is pretty
It's
good.
pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than what it used to be.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty tasty. So if you don't really, again, with the SVD, it's already got such high ergonomics such low ergonomics, or they had before. Sorry, let me start again. It has such high recoil that you don't really care to reduce the recoil that much anyway, because you end up at like 90 or something, and you're on semi anyway. Like, yeah, it helps a bit. But now, if you just go turbo ergo on this thing, I think you can make the gun really snappy. Not to mention the fact that I did actually just release this video finally yesterday, which I've been looking at for a little bit, and I hadn't really figured out a good way to talk about it. But the removal of the overswing mechanic has like disproportionately helped weapons like the SVD. So overswing is currently not in the game, and I did a big investigation into it, and based on somebody's chat message to me, because I didn't think there was much to talk about other than saying like overswing is gone. Enjoy. It's like a 10-second video. But somebody in chat was like, "Hey, I've been doing some testing, and it seems like the weight effect on ADS is like completely been removed." And I was like, "Huh? Really? That's crazy." And I went to test it, and they were right. If you have the same ergo on 2 different guns, they ADS exactly at the same speed. And I proved it in the video. I released this last night.
Sounds like a bug.
So you can. So it sounds like a bug, but I mean, it actually is quite. It's quite nice to have them consistent, but. So like weight doesn't really factor into ADS speed right now at all, and there's no overswing either.
But
so
ergo still does.
Ergo itself does, yeah. So
Okay,
but the ergo, it's the only thing that matters now for ADS speed.
Okay,
which is kind of cool. So so for example, all the machine guns got boosted on ergo. So the M60 got boosted on ergo. So you can, and I did a bit of gunsmith wizardry. You can craft an M60 that gets like 33 ergo. You can then butcher an AK-74M to 33 ergo, and you can show that both of them have exactly the same ADS speed, even though one's like 14 kilograms and the other's like 6. Which is kind of cool. So weapons like so heavy weapons like the RSAS, the M1A, any of the big machine guns, the SVD, all of these guns they've had like multiple layers of buff. Like no overswing. Their ergo got buffed in the first place. You can. So I mean, I'm just like looking at this SVD here randomly. I'm like just trying to mod this thing out and see where you can take it. I mean, it's probably not the best. Probably not the best one ever. What have I got here? I think this. I'm still using the default build actually. I need to upgrade this thing. Let me have a look. So if we do that modernized version, yeah, there we go. So modernized SVD with a Gunfighter M-Lock foregrip on it. Wait, why has that done that? That's not what I wanted. I wanted the maximum ergo. What's happened there? Oh, that's tasty. Oh, and it looks pretty tasty as well. Damn. Okay, right. So we've got modernized SVD here. I'm kind of doing this in real time, sort of. So modernized SVD, Viper PDW stock on the back. All the pistol grips are kind of the same now. So Magpul MOE, Palm Grip, the custom sniper grip, Aeronox, all of those are now -1.5 recoil and 5 ergo. They're all the same. Shift grip attached to the modernized handguard. No suppressor at the moment. Guess what the ergonomics is on this right now? So I have like layered it up with. I think this is probably the most ergo you can get. Pretty much. What do you think the ergo is?
About to find out.
Oh, you building it? You're building it as well.
What do you have on it?
So I've currently got Viper PDW buttstock. I've got the SVD modernized handguard with a shift grip on a 4.1 inch.
Just listening to this like out of context, it's like, what the frick are they talking about?
Yeah, what are these guys doing?
Yeah. So wait, you get the modernized SVD, okay, with the 4.8 what?
And then 4.1 inch M-Lock rail on it, and then shift grip it afterwards.
Oh, you get the shift grip. Okay.
Or you could just use that. Yeah, shift is good now.
Shift, okay.
To sort it by ergo, maybe.
Yeah. Shift.
Shift is the same as the strike. They're at the top. It's the same as the Cobra. They're the same deal.
Okay, and that's it. That's all you got on it.
And a pistol grip. You need the pistol grip. You've only got the.
That is a lot of ergo already.
I know. Could you see?
85, man. I bet this thing feels so good.
So I've just put the Geistley on it and a Voodoo. 82.8 ergo.
I bet it feels so good.
This is crazy. So now you can put a thread adapter on, and you can put the suppressor on. Oh, it's only -22 ergo. I don't care. I've got 60 ergo with the suppressed SVD.
God, that is a lot to take your ergo so much. Look at the chart.
This is crazy. Yeah. Do you like that little chart, by the way?
It is actually really handy. I saw you.
And so you can click back and like go back to the build that you had before.
I saw you demonstrate this on one of your videos, and I was like, wow, this. And then you mentioned it. And I was like, okay, well, let me pull up the site and just have it all. I was messing around with.
It's really neat. He's like adding some really cool stuff. If you click on the vertical foregrip for a second, you see in the sort of title bar on the very far right. So at the top where it says like recoil ergo,
yes.
Blah, blah, blah. If you go all the way to the right, there's a little button just above that, which has got like 3 dots. Yeah, click that.
Oh,
this was my idea.
My God.
So now you can see the recoil versus ergo like cutting edge meta curve, which is basically the further to the top and the right it is, the better it is in general. So like if you trace like the dots between the upper rightmost like attachments, so like that one there is like the which one's that side? Is that recoil? No, that's the ergo side. Yeah, so that's the ergoiest grip.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the next one down, which is like up and right. So if you go further to the right, so you want to stay like as far right on the chart and as to the top as you can. You see what I mean? So there's the next one. So that's like the next recoil choice versus ergo.
Okay, and then
because the ones that are inside. So if you drew a line between those 3 that you've just looked at, like the very top one, that one in the middle that you're on now, and the one at the bottom, which is on the furthest right, anything that's underneath that line is like not meta. So you can just ignore all of those ones that are like inside the area. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like if you trace a line up the y-axis until you reach the furthest point, and then you trace a line around, like the furthest line you could make around the whole chart, like connecting the dots. Anything that's like on the outer edge is like a meta attachment. Anything that's inside the area, it should just be disregarded.
Okay.
Because there's a better choice, which is cool. Because this is like the way I've looked at some of this stuff before. Because it makes it a bit tricky if you're like, oh, which one do I want? Like, which balance do I want? Oh, is this -1? This one's +3. This is -2. This is like +6. Whatever. But the ones that are like inside the area of the chart, like they don't have enough recoil or ergo to be considered.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. More, like this one down here, the RK1 is not good at all.
It's like, yeah, you can move further on the right and get more recoil for the same ergo. Is kind of the idea. But it's like it prevents you from just having a list which you sort by like max recoil or max ergo, and then trying to like figure out which one's got like the best ratio.
Right.
because the ones with the best ratio will be along that kind of like, I don't even know what you'd call it, but that sort of triangular line.
Yeah, it's like you draw
You know,
two
yeah, yeah,
curves.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it'd be
You know what
nice
I
if
mean?
it
Yeah,
was visualized a little bit here, but I think I could see it. So,
that would be
what
cool.
about the
Be like, here's the
Magpul?
meta curve.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually terrible. It's way outside the.
Yeah, you see, but it's so easy to see now. Whereas like in the big list of all the garbage, it's like very difficult to work out which is good and which is not.
What
But
is
at
this?
this, you can literally just see at a glance and just be like, oh, that's the good ergo one, that's the balanced one, and that's the good Rico one.
Yeah. So the good Rico one's the GF. What is that
Yeah,
called?
the gunfighter. I know it's crazy. They changed them
No,
all.
that is so weird.
It's so different now.
Why is
It's
that
so
one better than
crazy.
the
It really is so
RK2?
crazy.
It's the same stats
I did the
RK2.
same. Maybe it's because
The
the
weight.
maybe it's because the weight. Yeah,
Oh yeah, 0.05 versus 0.2. I guess that makes sense.
200
Every
grams.
little
Come on,
every
come
little bit
on.
matters. Any edge.
Yeah. So yeah, so the SVD is now insane. Like they've shaken up loads of stuff. It's quite interesting.
I mean,
I think the
64.
RD704 is also really good, but
I don't know about the recoil. I mean, 104. That's probably pretty standard for SVD stuff with a suppressor.
yeah, like
62 ergo is pretty good though.
yeah, it's just it's
God, I
interesting.
want to shoot it unsuppressed though. I bet it's like it would feel so good.
That
80s
yeah,
some.
the crazy unsuppressed SVD with
Yeah.
just going absolutely insane.
Oh, so
Man,
the stag one is more of the recoil one, I guess.
the other one, yeah, I think so. I wonder like what the minimum recoil you could get on it is.
Can't even get this to switch now. How do you tell it? Oh, you right click it. I didn't think it was gonna be that
Yeah, you can get rid
intuitive.
of it with right click. No, it's good. This thing has got better and better over time. It's really nice now.
Oh, and you got these little freaking
It's
these all.
faster than
Yeah,
making it in the game, which is kind of insane.
yeah. Was that? It's funny you say that because I was considering installing Tarkov just to like have it mess around with all the mods and stuff, just to
Yeah.
see the changes. But I was like,
And
never
then
really be
also,
bothered.
so if you look above the chart, so there's a load of blue buttons above the chart, um, above the ergo and recoil chart, not that one. Sorry, the one on the left, the like history chart thing. This one. So you see above that, next there's kind of the refresh arrow. If you go to the far right next to all the blue buttons, there's one that says changes. So the next one, yeah, if you click that,
Oh snap!
that will show you, and you can go on the drop down and change and it'll be next to the. Where does it show up? It should show up. Yeah, if you click on like the vertical foregrip. Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah, yeah, it's like underneath, so you can see what it was in that patch and what
Oh,
it is now. It's so good. This
that is
site is
pretty
so
good.
good now. Like genuinely, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah. Anyway, I've got the SVD to 77 vertical. The Ergo is only 17.5, but I mean that's a testament to how
Wow.
good the base Ergo is now. Right? Min recoil SVD used to be 0 Ergo, so and that's sacrificing everything
Yeah.
for recoil, which is yeah, kind of insane. So yeah, it sure is interesting. It's the world has changed.
Yeah, I was looking at the second M4 here, and I was curious because I saw. Is this saying I'm over? Let's see.
Over what?
What does E mean? Is that ergo? Am I over 100 ergo? I'm confused.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Evo ergo delta.
Yeah.
103.
So that doesn't really matter anymore
I don't get
because that was just the overswing threshold calculation.
Oh, that's what it's, and that's what's reflecting in these images. I see. So can I? Oh, I can jump back to a previous time and point. Um.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Huh.
It's pretty good.
Anyways, so I mean, with the system though, you can't really. You can't. I'm assuming there isn't any like short barrel, high ergo things. I mean, there is this thing. In other words, I was thinking like, well, obviously you can't do a short barrel and a long handguard, but you can do a short handguard and a long barrel in some cases.
Yeah, but the
But that
short
would,
handguards are
but
like not as good.
doesn't help you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think the LVOA S is the good one because it's still really quite good, even though it's a smaller one.
I have one for you. Okay, check this out. The URX Giga. Do you know about the URX?
The URX with the panels is kind of nuts, actually.
Did you see this? Look at the stats on this. So the panels give you
Wait,
plus
what?
3. Yeah, I know. -1 recoil, +10
Stopper
ergo.
gives you 10?
But that's just
That's
the.
a bug. Oh, is that a combo or what?
It's just that's the foregrip.
Oh, okay, okay,
The
okay. I've suddenly
the
my
panels
mind was blowing up then.
give you 3. But
Yeah,
look, I have 86 ergo and 64 67 recoil. That doesn't seem too bad.
that's pretty good. That's
Isn't too
pretty good.
bad. So it seems like you're going to be kind of building in the middle of the road more often than not. Because I don't really see like what would you? I guess if you go short, that means you can go suppress more easily. Because I don't have a suppressor on this. I have
Yeah,
to stock
because
them.
the suppressors really, as we saw, they give you a good slapping now on ergo, unless you choose the ones that don't give you much recoil. Oh no, they've made the choice difficult. You
Did they
know,
make
there's
the?
no. I just don't think there's easy answers now.
That's good. I mean, that's usually a good thing.
I think it's
Very
good.
often.
I actually think it's okay. This like we're getting there now. I think this build this one the first update I was like, no, this sucks.
Okay.
Nothing's worth anything. Everything's awful, and life is hateful.
Hmm.
And then they've done this one, and I'm just like, oh, this is actually interesting. Like some guns that were crap are now like better and usable. Like I don't know. Like the SVD is never going to be like insane meta, right? Just like stop punishing people for having to use this thing, or like the bolties as well. They should have like really good ergo or whatever. Just why not?
Yeah.
So and there's some of the machine guns. No one ever uses the machine guns, really. It's like why would they? So I think it's good these changes, and then making people a bit more purposeful about the barrel interchange weapons. I think it's interesting. It's interesting. So yeah, there you go. So that's mainly the patch. And I'm still working out the ramifications. Like some people are still saying like AK308 is back. I think from a recoil perspective it is. I haven't tried it because AK308 is really
What
good,
about
and then it was really bad, and now apparently it's like really good again. But I'm not sure.
the SA58, my baby?
I think they actually nerfed the SA58, which is
How
hilarious.
could they? Those monsters.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it's probably
I
unintentional.
I think it was.
There's a lot of guns in the game, to be fair.
There are a lot of guns.
A lot of guns, a lot of parts, a lot of mods. Like
I mean,
I
it was.
wouldn't want to be in
How was
charge,
it?
and like
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure it took an
lowered the
effort.
base ergo. This is the thing, though. It's hard to tell in a vacuum. They lowered the base ergo from 39 to 30, and they increased the base recoil from 194 to 210. But it's difficult to know what happened because I haven't actually built one yet. So like maybe the handguards got like a huge boost to their stats. I don't know. And this is the thing: you got to go through every gun with the changes field flagged on DB for Tarkov, take into account the base changes, and then look at all the stat changes on the actual parts. Like it's very difficult to just like eyeball it and know whether something's been buffed or not. It's like really hard to know. This is why everyone's so confused. This is why people keep asking me like, you can do some gun builds. I'm just like, yeah, but I don't know which ones are good yet. Really, I still
Yeah.
don't. I've got like almost got to go back through every weapon. Like it's crazy. The one that didn't seem like it got touched was the NLs. I think they were already good enough anyway, but
Yeah.
they didn't get touched at all. They
I
didn't even get
use
nerfed or anything. It's just
I remember using one of those. It's like I was like, wow, you're
yeah,
really popping off.
they're
I'm like, yeah,
insane.
I'm using the easy gun. What do you expect?
Yeah, like they're insane. They've just added that to Arena, by the way, because they've just caught up on Arena with all of the other guns. So there's a lot of people using the NL in Arena. I mean, it's a great weapon. It's a great weapon. Who doesn't want an HK416 or M4 fire rate AK? You know, with the recoil control of an M4 and all the mod ability. Like it's nutty. It sure is nutty. What do you think about the foul then? What's he looking like?
Well,
You're
I'm
going to be
building a
blocking on parts mostly.
shorty one just for funsies. I don't know. It is interesting though, because like looking at the handguards, like the short ones didn't change hardly at all, but the long ones changed a lot. Like, they now give a ton of ergo, obviously, because now the barrel they don't give any recoil reduction, but now the barrel gives a ton of recoil reductions. I don't know. It's I'm just kind of curious. It's looking pretty bad though, because I currently have um I have like 55 ergo on my shorty, so that's not good. That's
So
not
the
good.
X-Fal Barter, let me see, can I just pull this up? Yeah. So the X-Fal Barter variant, this is the 8 weapons parts one. Apparently that starts at 50 ergo and 120 vertical recoil.
Really? Oh yeah, this is dog water.
Apparently so.
This shorty, I'm at 50. I guess I could get a better K6 maybe.
And that
Changes.
has the RVG on it, and the RVG isn't even very good.
I don't know. Yeah, I have the high ergo shorty one with a 30 rounder in it, and iron sights has. Wait, do I even have the? Yeah, I have the good dust cover. Um, yeah, I have 67 ergo and 133 recoil.
Ouch.
Yeah,
67 ergo is good, but like the 133 is just going to make it. It just is
what's a
so hard to shoot.
what's a good suppressor?
Um, let's see. QDC is still technically the meta one. I mean,
Oh,
my
is it?
personal
Okay.
opinion is you either go QDC or Thunder Beast if you don't want all of the negatives.
Okay, so 47 ergo, 120 recoil. It still sounds really bad. Yeah, I don't know. Short foul may never be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know why they reduced. I don't know why they nerfed it. As I said, they made the recoil worse and they made the ergo worse on this gun. Maybe they're just like I think BSG like terrified of this gun coming back for some reason.
I mean, for
They're
you
like they're
say for
so
some
scared.
reason. I remember running around interchange with the drum mag foul. You just like hold mouse one and they just fall over. It's just that gun is pretty
Yeah, I mean, in fact,
terrifying.
in fairness, this is mine one's got the drum on actually. Oh, but the drum mag ergo. See, this is where it's a bit weird because the drum mag ergo is like nowhere near as bad as it used to be. The drum mag is only -7, and the 30 rounder is -4. So you kind of may as well pick the drum.
Oh, you're
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, it's awful with the 30 rounder even. So you think, oh well, to hell with it. Maybe just go loud. Maybe you just have to go loud.
I think
I mean,
that's
it does
what someone said.
it does uh it does kind of show dominance.
Dang, I'm
The loud
like,
foul with the drum.
I guess you just have to go long. Wait, what is long looking like? Sorry, I'm
Long and
completely
strong. The,
completely
the gun
derailed.
the gun cast. I know we're both just building.
Did my stats even change? Oh wait.
Is it any different?
Oh, I have to deselect and then change. Okay, wait. Oh, they did change. So I lost. How much ergo did I lose? Wait, let's go here. So from 20 ergo to 112 recoil. And then with the longest, I'm at 10 ergo, 104 recoil. So my stats definitely did change. I don't know.
And look, fundamentally, the problem with this weapon is that, and I've just built this now. The minimum recoil on this gun is 90.
Yeah.
That's fundamentally the
Yeah.
problem. There's just no way to make this sensible in any way. When you can get the AK-308, for example, and if I just put the suppressor on the stock gun, and put a foregrip on it, you can get that to 92 with 2 clicks with 50 ergo. But it doesn't get a 50 round drum, so you know,
Winning.
there's an argument to be said there. It's like, it's one of those things. It's like, oh well, oh but the foul, okay, yeah, but it sucks. It's hard to use, whatever. It's just like, yeah, but it's 700 RPM and gets the drum. It's like, what about the 308? Well, that's better on stats, but it can only take 24 rounds in its mag. There isn't a drum for that. It's like, oh okay, but what about the MDR? And it's just like, yeah, but the MDR doesn't have the fire rate. So like, there's there's things on the foul that none of the other guns have. But then is it worth it? Probably not. I mean, I still think it's too nerfed too much. But yeah, anyway. Anyway. No, it is good. It's good stuff. I don't know. I think we'll see. I'm still working out exactly what the whole deal is. I need to have a look at the mutant as well. The mutant is one that's that one's difficult to mod, or has historically been quite hard to mod in the past. But the barrels aren't as like bad as they were. You know, like the difference between the two now is like 3 recoil for like 8 ergo. It's like, okay, maybe that's all right. So it's tricky. It's tricky. This is cool though, actually. So like, if you go to the mutant, you can use this new charting thing, and this really helps because when you go on combo, the combo includes the handguard as well. So it
So
brings
go
up like
do
every possibility.
combo. What's combo? Where's combo?
So if you click on the foregrips section,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do the middle tab combo, and then you do the chart,
Oh my god, that's so good.
it'll show you like every combination of all the handguards. So if you do the chart on here, because you can only do it by recoil and ergo here, so that's difficult. But if you zoom out on this shows you like every combination on this like meta chart thing. So you can get rid of a bunch of stuff that's like kind of rubbish and just pick from. I don't know why yours looks slightly different to mine.
Might be because of the resolution. Having it fit in the window.
You seem to have less choices. Oh, I think I know what happened. It's because I actually clicked on the handguard itself, I think.
Okay, so click on the handguard. Uh, so click on the handguard.
Yeah, and then go to combo. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there you go. Now do the chart. Because now there's like loads of choices. Can you zoom out on that? What does that look like? Is that the same? Is
I
that
have
the
no
same?
idea.
Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same. Anyway, it gives you a lot of choices. You can now like pick from things much more easily. Did ergo on that side, recoil on that side. So now you can like pick the best recoil like ratio easily between these two. And then I can see the build change. So I'm like 71 ergo and 78 vertical recoil versus 63 ergo and 76 vertical recoil versus 80 recoil and 76. Yeah, this is like it's so useful. It's so useful. Well, I think I might have broken it. This feature is new, so it's kind of a work in progress. But it's still good.
What's combo
Still pretty
optimized?
good.
Got combo
I don't usually
all.
use that one. I think that was trying to remove like non-meta attachments. You didn't have to worry about like every combination. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that represents. I think it might give you just kind of like the top level things out of the chart. It's kind of like but it's been there for a long time, so I'm not sure what the algorithm is for it. I haven't looked at it for ages. I usually tend to look at everything. It doesn't look bad. Kind of gives you like a recall one, a middle one, and an ergo one. But I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I haven't looked to see whether the logic is valid on it. I don't know.
I hear your
I
child
don't
screaming in the
know.
background.
Yes. Yes, she's living her best life.
That's so funny.
Yeah. She's got her granny over,
Oh,
so she's having a good time.
awesome.
Actually, kind of surprised you can hear that from here. Anyway, right? Should we move on to the next part? Okay, so
I
let me.
suppose.
We've still got more stuff, right? We've still got more gunsmithing stuff. So let's move on to the next one because like we're still talking a week and a half old patch notes here. Let's move on to this one. So this one was the 30th. This was literally yesterday. So I said before that they were like, oh, we're going to change the muzzle flash thing because everyone was like, why did you make the suppressors worse and the muzzle brakes like I guess relatively better? Like, the muzzle brakes didn't change, but why did you make the suppressors worse when you haven't actually changed the flash on the compensators? Like no one's going to use them because what's the point in having better recoil when
You
you
can't
can't
see.
see your
Yeah.
target?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't see the target, like we're not going to pick it. It could have zero recoil, but like you can't actually see when you fire it. So anyway, the install technical update for Escape from Tarkov. Following player feedback on the second iteration of the weapon module, rebalance the muzzle flash visual effect from flash hiders and muzzle brakes has been reduced, and it has.
They did it.
It's a lot better. It's a lot more like when you're shooting with a suppressor. So the gas is still there, but the gas is there on a suppressor anyway. And it's worse if you've got a low optic, as it is with being suppressed. But it's a lot better. The actual
The
flash,
flash hiders work now differently. Like, are they
well,
different across the same category?
it doesn't seem. They all seem to be the same,
Okay. All right.
which is interesting. Maybe they'll nuance it a bit later. I don't know. But at the moment, they all seem the same. I couldn't really tell a difference between the compensators and the flash hiders. They all seemed about the same. The only issue is that anything that's like multi-part, they've either not reduced on purpose or forgotten to change. So BMD still awful, Furfran CRD still awful, Jailbreak still awful, which is interesting. I don't know whether that's intentional or not. So
Perhaps, because aren't those usually the best recoil ones, except for the jailbreak nowadays? Because that's weird, but
yeah, yeah. Um, so it's mostly the Lantac and the Red Break is what people could be using to go loud, and that gives you good recoil reduction. You can actually see. Obviously, you can be seen with the flash. Like I just did a little bit of cursory testing yesterday. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video or not. I might do like a big bundled video. I'm not sure. But I had a little test yesterday, and I was just like, man, it's so much harder to see people shooting suppressed, even if you're close to them. Like when it's dark, like in factory and stuff, there's just like a bit of smoke that comes out. Whereas the guy who's like shooting on suppressed is just like, here I am, the huge flame beacon, like lights up the entire room, kind of things. Like so obvious. So I
but
was just
for
like,
him
oh
on his
yeah,
screen, it's
it's a lot better. Yeah. One thing that's interesting is if you take the flash out of the commentator off, you can see in third person that there's more muzzle flash. Weirdly, it
oh
doesn't.
okay.
It's like not practically different in any meaningful way, but there's more fire coming out the end of their gun when they don't have a muzzle brake, which is kind of weird. It's weird that that's even a thing.
I mean, it makes
You can
sense.
It does, but I'm amazed it's coded in. Like you can, and they're all the same as well. So it's like it either doesn't have a break at all, and it's like got a big sort of flare on it, or it does have a break and the flare's smaller, and they all seem to be about identical. But I was surprised that it was even in there. I'm not sure whether it was there before. Maybe it was already coded like that. I don't know. I've never tested it. I've never checked. But compared to all the other effects, the noise and then the lighting up of the whole room, like it's like 1% of the overall deal, so it really doesn't make any difference. But it's just
I
a like
see.
interesting quirk. I was like, is that different? And I like went back and like watched them like side to side, and I was like, yeah, it is different. Like that is different for some reason. Curious.
So it sounds
I'm
like
very
what you're
curious.
telling me is the actual like flash is the same, but the actual flame coming out from the muzzle is
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
Because I was wondering like, oh, is one going to be like less bright on the flash than the other
Right.
one, but it doesn't seem to be. It's just like the
Hmm.
actual anime, like decal, whatever it is that they use that comes out
Yeah.
of the barrel is slightly minimized.
Huh.
Just like kind of neat effect. I guess like maybe if you were shooting with a friend nearby, it would maybe help because you're not going to get. I don't know, like I'm clutching at straws here to try and find some practical. They're not going to blind you as much from the sides. There's not going to be like gouts of flame coming out the gun or whatever. It's going to be like minimized. But everyone's just going to use suppressor anyway, so who cares? But if you do want minimum recoil and you want to get your ergo back for some of these other things, then yeah, you can now you can now go loud and it be much, 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 much better from a shooting
Okay.
perspective. So that is good. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one then. So they're adding. We talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago. Nikita showed this clip of ADS, the new ADS rework that he showcased. Everybody said, nobody wants this. What are you doing? And he said, well, we're going to take it back to the workshop and we're going to work on it. And everyone's like, well, can you put it on ETS? And he said, we'll put it on ETS. And we said, can we open out ETS? And he was like, we'll think about it. So they then posted this notification. ETS testing is back. ETS is now open to all game owners, including Steam users, filthy Steam users. With the start of this phase, the NDA has been fully lifted. You are free to share screenshots, record videos, stream, and openly discuss new features with the community. Oh
Rare
my goodness, it only took
BSGW.
until 2026. But this new test, yeah, only happened after the release of the game, heaven forbid. The new testing iteration includes transition to a new Unity engine version to improve stability and performance, as well as enable new features and future updates. A rework of the aiming system. Our goal is to make the shooting mechanics more realistic and immersive while finding the right balance between weapon behavior and control comfort so every shot feels fair and effective. And then updates the data storage systems. So you can join the testing and share the feedback on Discord. So I've included a clip here. Axel
Oh,
did some
cool.
testing. So they opened it out. It was 80 gig. I didn't have 80 gig free on my SSDs. So I was like, oh, okay. So I did that this morning, and then I tried to install it, and it was closed. So I was like, okay, I've not been able to go in it. They have actually reopened it again now, and I have been able to download it, but I've not been able to open it yet because we had to start doing the cast. But yeah, this clip from Axel this was the original iteration. So apparently they've changed it again. After maybe I will open it. Maybe I will open it. Last time when I tried to open it, it said error could not start the game. So like I've just been cursed so far. But we can use this as a reference to start with. So yeah, this is the new ADS. It's got that weird like bounce on it.
Yeah. I mean,
It
I
doesn't
don't.
smoothly.
What's weird is the lower ergo one looks better visually.
I think it's because the higher one, like it moves so fast, it looks kind of
Yeah, it's so
glitchy.
jerky.
And they just need to get rid. I think that I think the effect is fine, broadly speaking. But I think after about 50 ergo, it should just I think it should scale. I feel like it should just scale
As far
if they really
as
want to put it in. So if it's under 50 ergo, then yeah, you should see this effect. If it's over 50 ergo, it should be like it is now, like it
yeah,
not
so
happen at
basically,
all.
once you hit over 50, you're not penalized anymore.
That would be my like middle ground. If it was like a gun to my head, and I had to agree to them doing this in the first place, because my gut instinct is just like, don't do this. What's the point?
Yeah. It's literally the lower ergo one is like visually more pleasing for me than the high ergo one.
Oh no, you got. I've got to play. I've got to play the tutorial. You can't just open up EFT anymore. So on ETS, I've got to go through the tutorial level.
Of course you do.
And also,
You can just
I'm not going to be.
escape. You can just leave raid.
Can you?
Yeah. That's what I did when I first played the game. I literally just quit out. I quit out.
Oh, okay, fine. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, I can still see what it looks like for a pistol because I'll be given one of those at the start. I don't know. It just seems very strange. Like
It seems like a
I'm
thing
not.
that someone at BSG, maybe Nikita, is like really headstrong about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rationale is for this. So what's this? I've got an M9 with 70 ergo on it. You know what? I mean, it's not too bad, but It's not too bad, but why?
Yeah,
This is the question. It's
excellent
just
point.
I'm yeah. I'm like I'm tempted to sort of be like, oh well, maybe it's not too bad on this one, that one, but like it all just comes back to the point of like, why are we doing this? I think that's the main thing. I don't understand why we're doing this.
Yeah,
But I could see it. This is the thing, and we said this at the time. I could see it as a replacement for the overswing mechanic, theoretically, like, technically
I
speaking.
just I think to your point, the higher ergo make it scale with ergo. So if you have higher ergo, the literal motion is like significantly less. Or if you have lower ergo, like fine, make my screen, crank the camera shake modifier up to like, you know, 25 points or whatever. Make, you know what I mean? Give me this cinematic, like, I'm freaking
Yeah,
lifting up my gun. But like the higher ergo one, like I'm watching Axel spam it. I mean, you're never gonna spam it, but like it's just gonna. There are a few times where you might like, you know, ADS
ADS on ADS,
quickly.
ADS on ADS. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, if you have a high ADS gun, like that's why you built it, right? You know what I mean?
yeah. So
So
you can like be going between point fire and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I mean, it feels good to use, but now it's like they're making it feel bad to use because it's got way too much. It's like
Yeah, I'm just
the
wondering.
yeah. Go ahead.
I was wandering around in the tutorial with a 73 ergo MPX, and it's like, but what? Like, why does it do that? It feels so weird. Like, you want it to just ADS, and then it does this like, and it does that weird bounce thing, and it's like, why would you? From a realism perspective, because I put out, from a realism perspective, I sort of can get it with LPVOs, whatever. I understand. But then other people came back and were just like, well, that's not. It's not even valid for that, because lots of people had different opinions on it, but all kind of on the same side, being like, well, the weapon is already in high ready, right? It's shouldered already.
Yeah,
So you're just leaning your head in. So like, why does it need to bounce like this? Doesn't make any sense. Like maybe it would make sense if you were in low ready. If the game had a low ready, that was the animation to go from
yeah,
low
yeah,
ready
yeah.
to ADS. Like maybe I could accept that, but like high ready to ADS for it to go every time you do it, it's like really odd.
My only thought is it's like a cinematic gun shooter type thing. It's like
Yeah,
the look like when they're slow walking through Lighthouse or whatever for one of their trailers. The guy ADS is in first person. It's like it's gonna look so fucking cool.
yeah,
Just you wait, guys.
yeah. I just can't see this being good. I can't see this being good. Was there an AK? Yeah, there's an AK-12 on this one, isn't there? Let me have a look. What's the AK-12? This one is. This is 65. Oh god, it makes the irons even worse because like rather than it smoothly, we used to have these issues before, but like in a different way, because iron sights need to be aligned in the game to make it work. You can't see through them until it's like fully held up.
Yep.
Now, yeah, this just doesn't seem like a good idea, does it?
Nope. uh. Nope. They don't understand
Oh,
what they're doing. I mean, it's
oh
classic
dear.
BSG, right? As soon as OW comes out, they instantly have to greet it with an L. They instantly like they can't help
Like,
themselves.
hey guys, you could test this new garbage feature in ETS. So we've opened ETS out for everyone. We're like, hooray! But we're introducing this new garbage feature. Oh no! Yeah. Oh
I think
boy.
if you're really dead set on it, just make it scale with ergonomics. Where like if I have a high ergo gun, it's like barely noticeable, And if I have a low ergo
Yeah.
gun, like you could do all your fancy camera shake stuff, but like it's actually just crazy how much better it looks on the low ergo gun that Axel's showing. I can't get over it. It's like so counterintuitive. It's because it's so slow, And it's like the camera shake is not
And I
all
think that's the
front
thing.
loaded.
If you had it on a big LMG type thing, it would
Yes,
sort of feel
I get it. You gotta like
more
reposition the
sensible.
gun to your shoulder to bring it up to your eyes. Like I get it. It's a heavy thing.
Yeah.
Like
But
if
even
I have
then,
an
if
STM, it's like literally a pistol, with just a long barrel. Like I don't understand.
yeah, even then, it's like it's in high ready though, so you shouldn't have
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah.
I think that's the thing. It's like if it had different states, then like it would make sense, but
You know what? Female
they don't.
PMC
So
truthers are vindicated. It's because we're just so, or actually just female PMCs are just so fragile. Like lifting up our gun, we just gotta get it in place, you know.
yeah, yeah, we're actually a government experiment.
Conspiracy
My
talk.
God. Yeah. So that's So that's that. We'll see how that shakes out. And I know that they have changed it once already, which like I mean I guess I'm feeling that on ETS now. It doesn't feel that much different. It's very strange. I don't understand.
Oh, hopefully they make it better.
Yep. A few other little bits. We've got they did a dev diary about Lighthouse because a bunch of the spawns changed and people started spawning in the train yard north of the road camp. So they've done this thing. I actually haven't read through this yet. I didn't have time, but I've sort of read some of the ramifications. Spawn points on Lighthouse. The topic has long interested the community. Interested the community. That's a fun way of putting it. It's regularly discussed on our social media.
Facts. Yep.
Diplomatic wording, to say the least. Um,
It's like
First, let's set the
negotiating with
context.
terrorists.
Exactly. Lighthouse differs from the other locations in that a significant portion of it is occupied by the water treatment plant controlled by the rogues, and the fire zones of their stationary weapons cover an even larger area than the plant itself. Furthermore, the water treatment plant is one of the main points of interest on the map. There's valuable loot spawns and lots of tasks lead there. We approach the place where the player spawns with the following restrictions. Spawns should be evenly distributed throughout the location and approximately equal to each other at the start of the raid. Players should not spawn within rogues' line of sight. Players should not spawn in spots that are immediately vulnerable to other spawns.
Why
This
the
map's layout
pause?
also. Well, just because the last one they basically managed to fail on most of the time. I think it is a bit better. I mean, it's very difficult to adhere to that final point on Lighthouse because of its design.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the map layout adds its own nuances. The terrain is quite open with many elevation changes, often offering good sightlines and opportunity for long-range fire. The water treatment plant effectively divides the map into a northern train yard area and everything else. Put together, these factors significantly limit the distribution of possible spawn points on the map. Exactly. This was the reason for their placement on opposite sides of the main road and south of the water treatment plant. Let's take a look at specific examples of changes frequently suggested by the community, taking into account the described context. Remove spawn points along the shore. We believe they are currently necessary. It's not possible to move every PMC spawn to chalet and cliffside since it would cause players to spawn too close to each other, leading to uncontrollable chaos at the start of the raid. Which, I mean, I sort of agree with to some extent, but I think there's like probably still too many spawn points along the shore, especially the one in the middle. Like you kind of want someone at the south side to be able to go south and avoid the carnage, and someone north to be able to go north and avoid the carnage, and not have someone sandwiched in the middle where they're just like doomed if they go north, doomed if they go south, doomed if they cross the road. It is sort of like that most of the time, I guess, but it still just sucks. Change the map's layout. This is a reasonable suggestion, but such a rework is a lengthy process, requires participation in many departments. Currently, our efforts are focused on optimization, QOL improvements, and upcoming events. Okay, so they're busy. We're looking to find the most optimal distribution of spawn points and made the following changes. Added the PMC spawns to the northern part of the map around the train yard and the northern checkpoint area. Reworked PMCs in the rest of the location. Our goal is to make the southern part less congested, providing more tactical options for players, regardless of their spawn point. Please note the changes are experimental and your opinion on them are crucial for us. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of words to be like, it's very difficult because the map's bad, you know? It's like, that's the.
Yeah, it's
And we're
well,
not
the
going to.
map's
So
bad.
they
It's gonna
basically
take a
said,
lot of resources.
yeah, we understand that the map's bad.
Right.
This makes it very hard to change the PMC spawns. We've made a change to try to mitigate it in some way, but we're not going to fix the map because we're too busy doing other stuff.
Yeah. Correct.
Is what they've said.
I can't really fault them too much. But like you have to play the map at some point if you care about the story. It just sucks, man. I can't do it.
And not even
I can't
that.
do it.
Like it's overemphasized.
What do you mean it's overemphasized?
Like the lighthouse is overemphasized. It has the light keeper. You have to unlock him to do various stuff. You have to go there a million times to do this, that, and the other. There's like a whole bunch of crap you have to do on lighthouse,
Let's see.
and the whole light keeper quest line is basically there.
Well, yeah,
I
that
will
was the
say
whole
in the story
thing.
so far, I haven't had to do it a lot, but I haven't unlocked light keeper either yet. So we'll see. But I don't know. It just seems like they've spent a whole bunch of time. Like the whole time people have been crying about lighthouse, we've had. I mean, we've had like I can't remember. Did we have the shoreline thing? I think they had I think they added like the smugglers thing. They reworked factory. They reworked customs. They reworked interchange. They've done so many things on so many other maps. And they're like, oh
Yeah.
no, we're too busy to fix lighthouse. And it's just like,
Well,
why did you do all that stuff to customs? It wasn't necessary. People would have taken, and there was a poll, right? And they said, oh, what do you want us to rework? Customs, factory, or lighthouse? I was just like, please rework lighthouse. And he did literally the other two options in the poll.
yeah. I
If
mean,
I
I
remember
think it's
correctly.
because the map is just fundamentally flawed. Like I've never heard anyone suggest ribbon spawns along the shoreline, but like the issue is just like half the map. It's a vertical. It's like a linear vertical map, and one half of the side of the map is dead. There's nothing to do on the. Like if you had something there, maybe, and that was like the promise. You remember when Lighthouse got the first expansion and Lightkeeper Island was there?
Yeah.
And you could just go there and loot stuff? Like, the map flowed better for sure. I mean, I think it was a much better era. And then they were just like, you know what? We're gonna put 1,000 claymores there, and now you need to be level 69 on quest line number 254 to be able to go there. And it's free loot for that one person. Like, I don't know. It just makes no sense to me. But, anyways, like, yeah, I think it's way too much. It's like such an undertaking because I think the map genuinely is fundamentally flawed. So they have to, like, rework the foundation. I don't think you can. Even if they did do, like, I've seen a lot of people suggest put, like, a crashed ship. You know where, like, those cargo crates are you gonna mark on the beach? On the shore. People like said put like a big old, cargo ship there. It's like maybe you could do that, but then like now you got this freaking giant ass crashed ship. It's probably made of like 300 billion quintillion polygons. Is gonna like suck all the system resources out even more. Like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I think the map just needs a complete overhaul of some sort. It's not a well designed map. Not a
Yep.
well-designed Tarkov raid map style, I would say. It
Yeah.
is unique, but doesn't mean it's good,
Lee bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that map sucks.
Yeah. I feel like even just a few small changes that people have asked for, like a couple of ways that you could get through from one side to the other, and like some more cover, could dramatically change it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they could
It'd be a
do.
bit better. It wouldn't fix it, but it'd be better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, can they? I think I hear what you're saying and what other people are saying. Like, can you make it to where the map's not annoying to play at the very least? Can you make like a
Yeah.
underground passageway that leads me directly to where I need to go, like the water treatment plant?
Yeah.
Like, can we do that at least?
Yeah. Can we like have some boxes somewhere, some crates, anything?
Yeah.
It's just so much of them. We've talked about this before. I don't want this to become the lighthouse mold session again. Like for the nth time, it's just impossible for us to just like talk about the game of that lighthouse and be molding about it all the time. But anyway, like most of the map is just like it's not playable space.
Mm-hmm.
If you spawn on the beach, you don't want to be on the beach most of the time. The only reason why you'd want to be on the beach is so that you can stay exactly in your same spot and kill someone else who's walking along the beach. That's the only reason why you want to be there.
Yeah, but I think it might be a little bit better now in BSG's defense because I think one of the big flaws of the map is like you take like a map like Woods for example, and like there's a lot of spaces that aren't playable. Like you don't have any cover, it's not safe necessarily. I guess not to the extent of Lighthouse Beach. That one is pretty rough. I can't really. But getting to my point, um, but because of the map, the way it's flow, it's like a square, and like everyone's got to go from one side to the other usually, right? To like extract.
Yeah.
Lighthouse is like everyone has to go north, like except for like two people or something ridiculous. Like even then, it's like you can still go north. So because everyone has to flow north, it's like the person all the way down south just gets screwed instantly. Like I don't know,
It's
because
also
if you're further ahead in the daisy chain, you can just turn around and get free
yeah.
loot delivered to you. I don't know. To me, that's like
It's
the
also just the
biggest issue.
maneuverability. I think that's the biggest problem for me is just the lack of choices. Because onwards, like there's areas that are open, sure, and you go round them, and then that kind of dictates like the paths that people make. And maybe sometimes you can cut through them, right? If you're like in dire straits, or you need to cut someone off, or you're just feeling like you want to risk it. Whereas on Lighthouse, it's like there's just so many options where you spawn on the beach, and then you run north, and there's somebody up on the annoying set of rocks, the
Hmm.
sniper rocks. Now what?
Yeah,
It's like there's very few choices.
fight them,
Like, oh,
lol.
I'm just gonna have to outshoot the guy. That's it. It's
Yeah,
the only thing I can do. I either outshoot him or I run around the entire south section of the map and hope I don't run into someone else
yeah,
in that other section. It's just like on woods, you can flank, you can move, you can retreat, you
yeah.
can
That's
get
true.
out, you can pull back, whatever. It was like, and like half of the flanking routes on Lighthouse, it's like you've got to like clamber up rocks and jump like 16 times, try to vault like you know
Yeah,
power slide up the rock face because the clip it the vault mechanic doesn't work properly. It's so miserable. The whole thing is just horrible. It's just trying to get around. And people hear you jump from like 3,000 million years or light years away. So everybody knows where you are. If you try to make any movement whatsoever, on woods you can just like you can sprint around. Like running is noisy, but it's not like jumping.
there's a
And with
thick.
jumping, it's like yeah, it's like, and it's a big area. Like you could kind of be coming in from anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On light test, it's like, oh, well, he's got to jump up these rocks. He's going to only be like there or there because you can't get
Right.
on that because it's impassable, right?
It's
Or you can't
true.
be. He's either down that bit, he's up on that bit. So I just wait, and just be silent and like not do anything. And the distances are so far you can't nade. Like you can't chuck a nade far enough. So
Hmm.
that's not an option. It's like there's just no options. There's nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do other than just not play. And just most people just don't play the map, or they just camp for 20 minutes. Like that's I remember like seeing literal like serious guides from people being like, wait for 20 minutes at the start of the map and go get a snack.
Yeah,
It's like the map is not being played the way that it was envisaged.
yeah. You know what they?
So
You know what you could do? You could take. This is what I would do. Take a good section of the road and just delete that and like bring the gap in. Because you don't need like there's I don't even know like the tunnel to like the big
yeah,
peak, like all of that. Like you don't need that. That's nothing. Like you just smush all that in, and then expand the chalet slash shoreline side, but even further back towards like tunnel. Make all that the play area. I don't even know
yeah,
what you got. Like whatever. And now the map's a square, and the water treatment's in the top left corner. Yeah, maybe that makes it more. Now you can go like a wide swing left, or you can go down the middle, or you can go all the way to the right. Like now you got, I don't know, maybe that's like something, but I don't know what else you would do.
maybe. I mean, the best part of the map by far is probably like Lower Chalet, like Swamp Village, the bit up to sort of the Rogue water treatment area, like the Mayor's house, like that village, like all of
Yeah.
those areas are probably the best parts because there's like a route through the cliffs you can jump over. There's a high point, but there's a low point, and there's a building to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as if the beach part didn't exist or was like more fair or like I don't know. Because there's parts of Lighthouse that are okay, but it's all that other section that just reduces the playable area down to such a small amount. I think like the village areas are quite good.
Yeah, the
They're
village
not
area
bad,
is
and
fine.
then they flow into the water treatment area okay as well. It's just the flow from like a beach spawn or southern road to get into the map. So what exactly do you do from there? It's like really, really difficult. Actually, I think maybe making people spawn up in the train yard is probably fine.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
think that's probably the
other than
best
they're gonna have to
change.
fight rogues like right out the gate, but
Yeah. Yeah, but
you
like
could
at
even
least
spawn somebody along the beach, like one person along the beach outside the train yard along the shore.
yeah, probably. But don't they have a spawn now at the UN exit checkpoint thing on UN Northern Robot or whatever it's called? I don't even know what it's called.
I
Where the train
don't think so.
tracks are at? I thought there was a spawn
Well,
there.
there's PMC. Uh, I don't know because you can spawn in the train area, but which one are you talking about?
You know
I'm not sure which one you
the
mean.
exfil over there? Like past the
Or the
train
northern
to
one,
the
the
left.
northernmost
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. I thought there was a spawn there now. Like you spawn in the extract. I thought I read that. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't think so, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean that would be fine. That'd be okay. Like, there's not that much loot up there anyway. There's some good loot, but
Yeah.
it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, give credit where credit's due. Like, it is better. There's the spawn with the valley. They do seem to have gotten rid of the if one person spawns one side, one person doesn't spawn the other side. It seems. At least I haven't fought anyone there for a while. And when I did try to check it, a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, that one's gone now," which is good.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're just limited. They're just super limited.
Yeah. So one thing that we did miss, I want to talk about quickly, was in the previous. Unless you mentioned it, I might have forgot, but they did a animation change on left hand shoulder swapping, which I think you mentioned in one of your
I mentioned
videos.
it very briefly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you did. Um, I did see it in your video. It does look better. I mean, it's not. I don't know. Have you played? You haven't played, have you?
I've played a bit in the last couple of days, so it's. I mean, I still don't use it. It's still not usable in my
Okay.
opinion. It's
All right.
it's
Well.
it's it's better. I'd say it fixes like 10% of the problem.
Okay. Well, it's weird
It's an
because
improvement.
in your video, it's like your barrel can touch it, but if it touches it too much, then it swaps back to the shoulder. Which it's like
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't. I don't know. It's so weird. It's weird.
Yeah, they've given it a little bit more. They've like allowed for a little bit of barrel stuffing before the barrel stuffing occurs
Yeah.
now. So it's like it's less sensitive to it. But and they were able to do that um without like fundamentally changing the model, which is what they need to do
Wait.
if they're actually going to make it
Let me
better.
think. If you're shoulder swapping like that, yeah, couldn't you just like lift the gun up when you
Yeah.
or like down?
So but they have to change the animation. They don't have any animations for it.
Okay.
So yeah, they got to do something.
Because like I'm fine if
I'm not going to do that.
yeah, it's just the fact that it has to switch back to your shoulder and then cave in is just like it's annoying. And then it's gotta switch back once you unstuff yourself. Then it's gotta switch back to the shoulder. Like it's just way too clunky.
Well, they could just make it a bit faster.
Yeah, I don't know.
As well, it's too slow right now. But anyway.
Anyway, all right, moving on.
So, very quick one. There was a post from Nikita with Tarkov on console. Oh well, I've clicked on the other link. Sorry. It basically was just like a picture of a controller and a screen. So people were like, "Is this EFT?"
Oh, but that's a Steam controller. So
maybe they're just using a controller. I don't know. It was just a random tease. So who knows? Maybe they're like testing stuff out, seeing if they could fit the control scheme on a controller somehow. God help whoever's got that job. That's all I'll say. Yeah, and then the other one was this event. So this is literally just posted now. I just saw this a second ago. This posted 30 minutes ago. An in-game event has started. Ref needs factory to hold arena fights. He intends to achieve this goal by any means necessary. A cleanup crew led by Killer and Tagilla is already on site to eliminate anyone who's disrupting the show. You can challenge them on daytime factory in both PvE and PvE. Scav access location and transiting there are temporarily restricted. The event will run until May the 4th, Star Wars Day.
No scavs.
So no scavs on Factory. Killer and to Killer on Factory, no scavs. That's actually kind of interesting. Wait, no scavs? Oh, that means I can't just passively scav run in the
I
background.
know.
That's lame.
That's what I was thinking
I have to pick
about.
another map. Yeah, no scav access for that is really is a good idea though. It's quite cool. This is presumably to do somewhat with the new shootout mode that they brought in,
Why you say
which I
that?
guess is a good segue into talking about that. So they've added, it's quite funny, they added a factory location to this shootout mode that they brought back in Arena.
Oh, okay.
And last
Oh,
time I was just like, okay, that'll be interesting. And I have actually played it. I've only played a couple of games, 3 maybe, of shootout on Factory. And I was like, it's 2v2v2v2v2. It's like 6 teams of 2. And everyone plays everybody at the same time. It's like a big tournament. 12 players on teams of 2. So 6 teams. Everybody plays everybody. And then you get like points. And then the top 2 teams play like a finals.
okay.
Which is it. Like it's okay. It's quite fun. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have to learn like which bit of Factory it is that they're gonna do. The map is, I would say, it's not hard to learn. It's the smallest map that I could possibly conceive of in in the game. It literally is the tiled section in the middle of the office building.
Oh no.
That's it.
Well,
It's just the bathrooms bit.
I guess for 2v2, you don't need a lot of play
Yeah,
space.
you don't need a lot. So it's quite fun in some respects. And they've also opened up the wall in the middle. So, normally it's just kind of a square, and you've got that showers area with the hole in the floor.
Yeah.
That is like open. There's like it's opened up through. There's like a corridor through one way and the other way. So it's like a cross has been like just removed from it. So it's basically just like a series of pillars, really.
Yeah.
You just go in, you run around the lockers, and then like there they are. Off you go. It's like it's all right. It's quite a fun little format. I mean, you got random teammate obviously, so, but it's interesting. So I imagine that's probably what this is about. But it's so close range. It's like I'm still not sure exactly what the best thing to go in as is. I was in a normal arena PvP type loadout, like MP7 or whatever. But there's quite a few people who did quite well with Enforcer because they put the ult in and the Reese T back in the game. So if you hit them with the MP7 in their head, you just die.
Yeah.
And then they RPD you with PP ammo and the shred you. So I got killed by a few good enforcers in there. I was like, interesting. Interesting. So I think maybe the meta might be going assault with like Uber ammo rather than scout. But yeah, we'll see. Like, so just because you can watch other people, you can watch the final. If you don't make it to the final, you can like watch the finals. You can kind of see what other people are doing. Just get like feel of things. It's like, okay,
That's cool.
So yeah, so that's pretty fun. So yeah, the factory event going on right now. I'll have to get on that at some point. When's it finishing then? The 4th, which is Monday. Okay, so it's just for the weekend. Damn, that usually means I miss most of it, but never mind. Okay, well, we spent a long time on the gunsmithing, so I'll quickly whip through the Grey Zone stuff. So, I hadn't played Grey Zone that much recently because I was not very well. And I thought, well, what better chance to jump on than when they've got a community event going on. And so they had it was a Vietnam era like gun run type community event, which is pretty fun. So each round you could only either use, it was like at the beginning it was like AKM or the VZ58, like the Czech kind of like AK, and there's like a bunch of pistols, like no armor, like boonie hats, and some super basic helmets, like the basic rig, and then the M16 and like the second round and stuff. It was cool. And then the M14 in the final round. It was good. It was good fun. So it was like a 3-way like control a building type thing, with each faction holding one of the cops and then respawning in from one of those cops. And so it's just like respawn as many times as you like. And I think that especially the first round, I was kind of like getting my bearings as to like what it would be like and just trying to like figure out what to do. And then so one team was on defense and 2 teams were on offense, so they didn't have to work together either. So it was interesting format because obviously the defending team spawned closer to the point by design, and the two other teams also could be fighting each other to get in to try and like.
Sorry, I
What were you
wasn't.
gonna say?
So
No, go
was
for
this
it.
like a community organized event, or was this like a
It,
thing that?
it was an official event
Oh, okay.
from the devs. So there's like the devs. There's a guy called Altair who runs most of these things, and he's a community member. And but they he runs that stuff with Madfinger's blessing. And I think on this one, so there was like a creators like server, which was
Yeah.
for the broadcast, and then there were two. I think they filled two public servers because on a custom server you can fill up to 100. I think we talked about this before, but you can get like 124 people. I think something like that if there's no AI. So they filled like two custom servers publicly as well as the creator server, which is like carnage. Got like there's a lot of people. It's like 40 something people on each team. It's like kind of insane. Um, the only issue I hope that they do a bit more with the custom servers at some point, where the rule set can be like embedded into the game, because it was like the rules were like on Discord or whatever. You just had to like
Gotcha.
everything was open access, so you just had to kind of like follow the rules. And
Yeah.
some people like didn't read on the public servers. People were just like doing whatever, apparently. But yeah, some people just like didn't read. So it was like, oh, you only had smoke grenades. Like we were on defense on the very first round. We were getting like fragged in the base. We were like, no, it says in the rules, like please stop fragging
Yeah.
everyone. And that's on the creator server, right? And that's literally people just like joining the event and like not reading the stuff. Um, but anyway, it was still fun. So after the first little bit, I was like, okay, like kind of got to grips with it. I was trying to do, sort of solo player like flanking, like being outside the point and like grabbing people as they tried to go in without seeing
Guerrilla
me, kind of
warfare
deal.
tactics. I like it. Really
Proper
immersed.
guerrilla warfare, yeah. And the I can't remember what happened. Oh yeah, the second round we were trying to assault Winchester, which is like a really difficult cop to assault. It's like one of the 3-star ones
Hmm.
on the very far east of the map, and it's quite defensible anyway. It's like up a slope. Both north and south of it are now mined, and it's got like layers of sandbags and trenches, and there's just like no cover. There's like no foliage. It's so difficult to
Hmm.
assault. So we had to try and assault that, and that was next to impossible. And one of the guys, he did actually manage to get inside, but he got killed by Sinister. And he was like, "Oh, I just ended up using one of the strychnine stims, which I talked about recently because it's the one where you can do the infinite sprint." And he used that and got inside. And I was like, "Okay, well, for the third round, should we just do like a crazy Zerg rush? We're all just going to buy like 3 strychnines and like a HPR, and we'll all just sprint to the building and just like get in as fast as we physically can." And the third one was in the swamp, and we were on assault again because we were on defense the very first one. And so we kind of just like led this like insane charge, like sprinted into the building. It was crazy because like you're so fast actually. When you're in the tactical sprint with like no stamina degen, you're really quick. Like it's amazing how fast you are. You're actually quite hard to hit. And I managed to like sprint right into the building and kill two of the defending team, like was right off the bat, and like hold the building for 10 seconds or something. So the final round was basically just me, just like taking drugs in the jungle. That was like that's pretty much all it was, just like me, just absolutely like off my face on every stim under the sun. But even in that, there's like some hilarious things as well, where you get like you get regeneration of blood and like organs and stuff with different stims. And I had two moments where somebody shot me and I fell over and into a coma, and then I got back up again and then shot them,
Hmm.
which is hilarious because like you once you get down to half blood, you collapse into a coma. But if you've got the organs healing thing, I don't know if it closes bleeds. Light bleeds close on their own, but you can get enough like blood regeneration because you lose a chunk of blood when you get hit. I was actually testing this the other day because I was wondering how much of Greyzone's health system is actually like a health system. It is like a health system, but with more like damage over time integrated into it, because you do lose a fixed chunk when you get shot. So anyway, so you get shot, you lose a fixed chunk of blood. It takes you down below the half threshold. Your guy falls over into a coma, but because you've got the like blood regen sim on, if you're quite close to the threshold, you can regenerate like through the bleeding. You can regenerate your your blood loss back above half, and your guy stands back up again, and you're just like, oh, and then you can like gun the guy down because he thought you were dead. You literally fell over. So yeah, that happened twice, which is hilarious. We really, really, really nearly won. It was so close. We held the central building quite a lot of the round, and we nearly ended up winning. But it was really good fun. I actually really enjoyed the last one. They said the sim usage was unlimited, and we had like infinite money, so you could basically just be in base and just be like, organs healing one, bones healing one, a detox thing, infinite sprint. I'll take 2 more infinite sprints with me and another detox, and just like sprint across the entire map and just be like, my guy's about to be sick. Well, I'll use a detox for that, and then we'll use another sprint one here, and we'll get another HPR in for like regeneration. It's like nuts, actually nuts from the meds. I love the Grey Zone meds. They're actually really funny. I quite like the fact that it's even possible. So it was good. Yeah, this was the one that you're looking at now is the Winchester assault. Like this was brutal. This was absolutely brutal.
Are they gonna add vehicles? Did they say? Do you know?
They said no
Interesting.
because they said they wanted people to use the choppers for the long range like maneuvering,
Yeah.
and then to be on foot otherwise. I mean, never say never, I guess, but it's not a priority for them. They said they're not going to do it anytime soon. It's not in their plans.
Interesting.
I think it would also be quite hard for them to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it's quite a big system to include,
yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah, the one thing we're missing on this is that we were like, yeah, they put the smoke grenades on the wrong one. We thought because this one was you could only use flashes or stuns, I guess it was, like flash grenades. Smokes would have made this like infinitely easier because without them, it's just like impossible to assault it. But I decided in the end that like nobody was shooting enough. I think we really misstepped here. Actually, we should have gone for like, there's a lot of like shooting American people like in my team, and nobody thought to just go like volume of fire.
What do you mean?
It's just like Brit Boy turns up and everyone's just like, ah, boy, you never held a gun before in your life. It's just like, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that nobody was just like, we should just use the real military tactic of just like get like 8 people and just like lay down fire into the cop, just to keep their head down. Because like otherwise they could just be like looking out, like peeping out, like shooting us. I don't think there was enough. I was like desperately trying to see if the grenades would go far enough. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna try and like shoot. I'm just gonna shoot into the cop and like annoy them. Just make it noisy. Like when it's noisy, you can't hear anything. When it's like when people are like firing on full auto, you just can't hear anything. And so people can like run in. There could be footsteps that you just because you can't hear. There's like 5 AKs going off. There's just like no way you're gonna hear somebody running. So like at the end, I was just like, man, we should have just shot more. Like we had infinite ammo, infinite money. We could have bought like. We could have had like 5 guys who weren't really going to be going in and just bring all ammo.
Is there an M16 in the game? I mean, Vietnam era.
No, sadly not. Sadly not. Like the best that we had was like the 30 rounder AK style guns.
Oh.
So I had this revelation while I was using the SVD with 10 rounders, which wasn't really the. It wasn't really the best.
I respect your commitment to the lore here. I've skimmed through. I saw you using like I don't even know what was this first looking AK.
I was using this is the like Czech AK. I was using the VZ 58 thing, which was it was allowed in the in the thing. I used the M16 a little bit in the middle one.
Yeah.
Can't remember what I used then. I think I used an AK. Oh yeah, because they said you're allowed to use the AKMSN for the final round, but there isn't. But you're only allowed to use them like stock with like wooden bits. Yeah. And I was like, there isn't one in the traders. Like most of the trader weapons in Grey Zone are modded. So there's only a handful of unmodded guns, and the only unmodded one is an AK-74M. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess we could just build them all. So I actually ended up just like speed building 10 AK MSNs out of lowers and everything else because, like, I've done enough. I think a lot of other people were a bit more loose with the rule set, but I was like, no, we'll do it. We'll do it properly. We have the ability to do so. A lot of people are just like, it's a stock like polymer AK, like it'll do, it's fine. Yeah. Or like the stock polymer M14, like it's fine, it'll do. Well, I was just like, no, we will build this from scratch. We'll put the Bulgarian dong foregrip on it, and etc. etc. Just like speed gunsmithing on stream, just like 10 lowers, 10 covers, 10 10 iron sights, like 30 sets of magazines, 10 handguards, just like trying to like map out all these kits. I actually ended up running out of kits in the final one because it was such a meat grinder. But that was good fun. I've not done any of the Grey Zone community events before because a lot of them kicked off after I stopped playing in like 0.3, I think. And so I haven't really done them. So it was good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
Especially with being
got
a
a
bunch of creators as
very
well. Eric was just, we got to the end, Eric was just like, "GigaBeef, you little rat!" At the end. I think I did cause a bit of annoyance, people, which pleases me greatly.
it's got a very like grassroots kind of vibe to it. It's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
theme.
yeah. It's neat. It is neat. Okay, moving on. What have you got? So, what's first? Sandbox, is it?
Yeah, you remember I told you about this game last weekish?
Yeah, was this the Gary's mod thing?
Yeah, it
The
is.
Gary's equivalent of like Gary's mod 2, 3? I think Gary's mod 2
Yeah.
exists, doesn't it? I don't know.
Well, it's not exactly that.
Yeah.
I saw it came out. I went and bought it. I played a few games. And I did notice the Steam page has a ton of mixed reviews. 47% of the 1,700 users in your language are positive, which is not really what you want to see. Now, keep in mind, this is a like what is Sandbox? It's many things. I feel like a salesperson now. Well, you see, it's universal and its applications. It's a game engine, but it's also a platform, kind of like Roblox, Fortnite, where you can play like these custom games that people made, and they're gonna like pay you and this, that, and the other. Like it's got that DNA into it. And I played it. What did I play? I played like a Call of Duty Zombies clone. I forget what it was called. It actually had a pretty cool art style. It was like almost like cartoon drawn, but it had like where like the
Hmm.
lines are like bouncing around a little bit.
Okay.
But it was like dark and gritty, and your characters were like blocks. Like I don't know, they remind me of like what King of the Hill characters look like. I don't really know how to describe
Okay.
describe it. And you drank the beer to heal, and you bought guns off the walls, and you just shot zombies per round, and it was like very basic. There would like quickly ran out, out of guns to buy. There was and then they just kept coming and made to like round 10 a bunch of randoms. Like it was like okay, like whatever. And then the next game I played was like cutting grass, and it's a lot of these games feel very like mobily. It
Hmm.
was like literally like you're like the default sausage character, and you're in a plane of grass, and you have like these giant hand cutting scissors, and you just like walk at extremely slow speed cutting grass, and then you go to the little upgrade person and you upgrade your movement speed, your backpack size, you can carry grass, and do you upgrade how fast you can clip and the range and how many clippings you can do. And it's literally just a grinding game. It's just one giant grinder. And I was like, okay. Well, I did that for like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, well, I'm done with that. So then I went and played Trouble in
Okay.
Terrorist Town because I'm like, hey, that's that's a classic. Um, that wasn't working for me. I was like moving around and like I couldn't pick up weapons, and people were like, "Oh yeah, Terra hasn't loaded in." Blah blah. If you see her, kill her on sight. And me,
What?
I'm moving around chasing people and hitting them with my like thing because I can't pick up a weapon, but I'm
Oh,
doing no damage. So I don't know. That was like
it's like
bugged the
full desync,
server.
like
Yeah, it's
glitched.
just like
Yeah.
apparently I was standing still somewhere and they just killed me. Um, I played like a night solo player game, like an RPG dungeon crawler. That one was actually kind of decent. It's kind of a bit like Dark and Darker. You had melee combat where kind of like Mordhau, where if you move your
Yeah.
cursor in a direction, that's where your slash will start. It was okay, and there was like a boss
Okay.
battle. That was okay. I can't remember the name of it. Um, there was just a lot of what I would call like mobile quality games. It felt like there was like a stock market. There's like some weird stock market crypto simulator game trend that's like really hot right now. Like I don't know what it is, but I've
Fine.
seen it in various places. Um, and yeah, so people are apparently there's a lot of AI slop, like a lot of like low quality, you know, thrown together AI slop related stuff. Allegedly, I don't know. I didn't really. I only played like 4 games, and I stuck to like what was like popular people were playing, because it'll give you like, like feature, and it'll have like, what people are playing right now,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But it's one of those things where I think Gary, he did a blog post. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah, post release. Here we go. Release post mortem. The release went pretty much exactly expected. Put us in profit for this month. We enjoyed seeing people play on Twitch, YouTube, and hearing all the feedback from you guys. A lot of it already started to be implemented. The backend went down. Okay, blah 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 blah. We are currently mixed reviews. Wasn't unexpected. It's the reason we didn't want
What
front
have we
page.
accidentally DDoSed ourselves?
Huh? Oh, I didn't even see that.
What?
I assume someone DDoSed him. Yeah, didn't see that. They didn't want to do the front page because we want people to find organically, not have it salted them. The main complaints are AI slot performance. This isn't Gary's mod. Not forgetting, of course, our biggest fans got the game for free, so can't leave a review. So yeah, they're basically working on making the platform better. Trying to like, they're not like anti AI, but like they're like, yeah, like we don't necessarily want our we don't want to feature games that are like low quality. So they're working on
Yeah.
improving the algorithm, and performance is also in the thing. So like it's a all in all, it's like a I feel like this thing it needs like a year or two, and it'll probably be a lot better. But I don't know if it'll be good. We'll say, but I'm vaguely interested in trying the editor. I get there's quite a few different. If you look up anything about this game on YouTube, you'll just see a bunch of YouTubers doing like guides and videos about making your first game and whatnot. And I'm like kind of interested, but I mean,
Hmm.
it's anything like this. It is such an endeavor. Like if you just think about it for a second, like if you're trying to make something completely original, like how are you gonna get how you like recording sound effects, like drawing art? Like I can't do any of this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just like you gotta have some type of source, or that's why like AI generation is so handy for this stuff, because you can literally have it fill in just those gaps of like you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean. It's like when you're like a modern game developer, it's like you have someone that like does a certain system, and then you have like five different multiple people that like work on that particular system, and then you have like artists, and that's like all they do is just
Exactly.
like art. So it's like then you got like sound engineers. It's just there's just so much to it for one person. It's like such an undertaking. So yeah, shout out to solo devs. Speaking of which, Road to Vostok, I know that game came out. I had a friend that was playing it. I'm curious. I want to talk to them and see how I liked it. But shout out to that guy.
Yeah. Played it yet.
Yeah, freaking goat, man. But yeah,
I
that's kind of
bought
it.
it, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
I did I waste $20? Maybe, but I've only played it for what, like 2-3 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. Give it another shot and see how it
That's the thing.
goes.
It's one of those platforms, isn't it? So it's gonna, as the games, the petri dish of games get better. There's gonna be like some fun stuff on there, I'm sure, at some point. Especially like
Yeah.
stupid party games could be quite cool.
Yeah. I do like a good. So I hear people, put them down a lot, call them friend slop. Have you ever heard this term?
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, like, I
I
kind of
have.
get it, but like, at the same time, I don't know. Those games are like very appealing within. I don't know. It's like a fine. What's a good analogy? You know what I mean? It's like I can't do it every day of the week, but like it's nice to do it occasionally. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like going with your friends to play like crazy golf
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're gonna like you're not gonna do it every day, but like once every couple of years you go and play like 2 hours of crazy golf, and then you're like, okay, that's cool. It's like me and my friends were playing The Headliners, which is that game where you're a reporter and you have to go and like take the craziest picture of like it's like post-apocalyptic, but you've just got a camera and
Hmm.
like there's an alien invasion and stuff. So you have to take a picture of like a T-Rex like stomping on the White House or whatever. You have to like basically make money by taking pictures of cool stuff. I played like 2.5 hours of it. it doesn't matter because it was like £5 or something, and we just played it as a big group. It's like you can have as many people as you want, kind of thing. Like maybe even up to 10 or something. I don't know. So whoever's around, you just play. Like yeah, but it's definitely a friends top game. Like the graphics are like really basic. So probably most of the assets are just like straight. I don't even know what engine it's in, but it's probably just
Mm-hmm.
flipped off some store or whatever. But it's just like they've got some core of the gameplay, and you don't have any weapons or anything. So it's just like people running around and then watching your friends just suddenly explode in a shower of like gib for because they got hit by like an alien laser blast out of nowhere because they were trying to take some stupid photo. It's just like it's just mindless fun,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it's
Friend
really,
slop.
it's it's really about the friends. It's playing the games with friends. The friend slop was just there to start the cohesion of the friend group. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um. All right, yeah, and then next up, Dark Souls 2 got so I think I talked about this some time ago, but there's this modder who made he did something insane. He like basically got DLSS implemented into the game engine. The mod is called like DS2 Lighting Engine, and he's like it's just like completely backwards, like what's the word? Like de-engineered the game and then like put in his own lighting solution with rate like this lighting mod that and you can use like it basically enhances the lighting, but you could also now do DLSS or DLAA within the game, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Because that just like was not possible at the time. So now he's done a step further, and now there is path tracing, and my god, it looks like a completely different game.
Whoa!
I know it's crazy. I'm like very tempted to go play this, but
What the hell?
I know it's insane, isn't it?
Is that the same textures and stuff?
Yes, it's literally just path trace now. It's
Okay,
crazy.
that's mental.
It's crazy, Giga. It's crazy. Because I was like, I was just like, wow, I didn't expect it to look this good. Now you'll notice the frames. The default lighting is at
Hmm.
470 FPS. Path tracing
Mm-hmm.
is currently at 75. Not terrible. Like even this scene looks crazy. He's in like inside some I don't even know what this called under the area, but he's in like some like decrepit, falling apart
Ruins, kind
ruins.
of.
Yeah, yeah, and the sun is breaking through, and like it just it's like the way it looks is just immaculate. It's crazy, and it's like if you compare this to the other, like the vanilla version, there is no ray. There is no what's that called? God ray. There is no light coming
Yeah,
in
at
from the
all.
hole. Yeah, yeah, and it's like it completely changes how this scene looks. And like the shadowing too in the back here is like crazy. Like it just goes crazy. Um, and like it's weird too because when you see a game that's path trace on its own, you're like, oh yeah, that looks cool. But it's just like whatever. But like seeing the actual difference between night and like it's mind bending. It's interesting too because I wonder how many people are going to make like map edits now to like fit this lighting engine because there's like certain
Mm.
areas where it's like there is no actual natural light there. Like normally you just have like fake lighting. So it's like kind of. I mean, thankfully in this game, this version of Dark Souls, torches were like kind of mandatory slash like forced
Right.
to be used, but it's yeah, it's beautiful. I'm looking at it now the second time. I'm like, man, I really should have installed some play this.
Yeah, that's great. That's genuine. I was amazed actually when that first before and after came up. I was just like, what? That's absolutely mental. I want to see this one. Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
weird.
amazing how much difference lighting can do.
Yeah, because it's like because this one I remember looking at a lot, and it's like it's weird because the first one there's so much more detail. Like you can see
Yeah, it
the
looks quite good
bricks.
already.
Yeah. And then you go to this one, and it's like almost a downgrade because like it's like a lot of the everything's kind of
Hmm.
washed out because the sun, but like it's super real. So it has
Yeah.
a completely different vibe to it. It's like two
And
different
this is the thing. It's
vibes.
one of those things where like the textures themselves were done like stylistically in a way to fit the tech.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like the
It's so
texture is
weird.
trying to simulate the lighting in some
Hmm.
sense as well. It's like you don't
That's
need
fair.
if you've
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
lighting engine, you then can make the assets three-dimensional in that sense
Hmm.
to then for the lighting engine to then work on. Whereas if you don't have a lighting engine, the texture itself has got to have the lighting like baked into the way it looks, like the bricks and whatnot. Kind of intriguing. Yeah, that just made it really dark.
Yeah. That seems a little, a little
Oh,
rough.
yeah, who would have thought path tracing when there's no light source just makes this makes the scene incredibly dark.
This one's pretty crazy
That's
because
sick though.
the
With the real fire.
yeah, like I don't know, something like there's something about the walls changing because like the walls already have like this defined like shadows,
Hmm.
what is that called? Not any
Like baked
stru-
lighting kind of thing, or
Yeah, but like not it's ambient occlusion almost.
Mhm.
It kind of has that feel to it, and then like all that just gets deleted with this one technology, and like it
Yeah.
looks kind of similar, but also just I don't know. It's I've not gushed about path tracing like this before. I think it's mainly due to you get to see it before and after for like a game that's like I don't know how old this thing's got to be, like close to 20 years. Um,
Yeah, how old is that?
oh,
Dark Souls 2 release 2014.
oh
Only
really?
12 years.
Wow, that's kind
It's
of crazy.
modern, but
Dang, really? That's
apparently so.
crazy.
Apparently
Yeah,
so. That's cool though.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I heckin' love modders. I want to see what just one more. Oh, he does the whole area. It's
Oh, I
freaking
see. He runs
crazy.
around before and after. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's
makes it look like it makes it look like well, when was Skyrim?
2016. Nah, that can't be right.
2011. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it makes it look like. I was trying to think of something, but I was just like, nah, they're all too old. I haven't played enough recently. But it makes it look like much more of a modern game,
Yeah,
like something you'd see on like PS4 or something.
it almost looks like Unreal 5 slop. It almost gives me that
Actually, a
vibe.
little bit. It looks a bit like Ark. It looks like the terrain.
Hmm.
Hey, you've managed to, yeah, you've built in, decades of technology, and then Unreal 5 default has come out the other end. Like, what?
A little
Wait, is
bit.
this it? Maybe the entire the entire modern games development engine is just running on the Dark Souls 2 engine with path tracing over the top. That's
Surely.
why it's so hard to optimize Unreal 5.
Yeah. Anyways, it's so cool. And then the last thing I have for you all is you ever heard of a game called uh, Danganronpa?
No.
Probably not. So I played this game some time ago, right? It's from 2016. The best way I could describe it is anime, um, detective, um,
Slop?
yeah. What's the other? What's the? What are those called when it's like you just click next slide and it's like of a game. What is that
uh,
called?
in what context?
there's like this genre of games where visual novel. That's it. It's right there in the
Okay.
description. It's kind of like a visual novel, but there is like a 3D world you explore. Anyways, point being, right? I played this game. I played the first one. I don't think I finished the second one, but the plot is like these, you know, people like yeah, kids in high school are kidnapped and taken to this sorry, the fucking soundtrack was playing, so it was getting distracted me. Are taken to the school, right? And all of these kids are like excellent at something. I forget what they're called, but they're like excellent at that's like their whatever, doesn't matter. And so you're kind of and then it's revealed that in order to escape, there can only be one person that escapes, and the goal of this location, this school, is to bring out the spare of anyone with everyone or something. And
Right.
the only way to escape is you have to be the last one alive, and you're incentivized to murder each other. So one by one,
Right.
people start murdering
It's
each
like
other.
Squid Game kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And you have to like the characters are very eccentric, tropey even. But it was a fun little like series or whatever. And I can't remember when I played that, but I played this some time ago. And then I caught wind of this other game on I think Steam recommended to me, which was some name that I can't even pronounce properly. Kumitaneto Old School Slaughter, which is basically a spiritual successor, virtually a clone. Okay, virtually a clone,
Okay.
but it's so funny because it follows all the same beats. Like it has like the same setup. Even like there would be like this characters will say a dialogue and then something like important will happen, and then the screen will flash white and it'll be like ding, which is like that happened in the other game that I was describing. Like it's like they actually took like the formula, copied it one for one, and just made their own like game out of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but it came up on my thing because I think it had Card Battler in it, and
Oh.
I played the demo before I bought it. I wanted to see, all right, what this is, and I would have like I liked I enjoyed the Danganronpa game. I liked everything about that's going on here with that. But the card battler felt kind of weak when I tried it. It was weird. It was like
Hmm.
you would demo the sort of like plot side of the game, and then you would exit that, and then you would demo the card battler game. You have to play like the prologue basically. And I ended up buying anyways. It's just like, I mean, I want to know what happens. It's like I only got to play.
Hmm.
I mean, God, I don't even know how many hours I put into the first one. I mean, the game takes a while. There's just a lot of dialogue you got to go through. I mean, that's basically all. It's like mostly dialogue. There is some voice acting, but it only comes in like bits or important moments or like cutscenes. And yeah, I just I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker for this game. I these characters are so like eccentric and funny. I don't know. It's got some really cool art too. I like the art, but it's episodic. It's kind of interesting release. Like seems like it's been in development for a couple years now. It's technically released, however, there's only one episode out right now. And
Oh,
if you
okay.
buy the game now for $19, 19.99 or whatever it is, you get all future episodes. So
Right.
as episodes come out, the price increases to the full game eventually. Is the idea, I think.
I see.
So I was like, you got me. I'm gonna buy it so I can get in early. But yeah, it's just I don't know, Giga. It's just like one of those weird. It's like a game, and it's a game in a very loose sense. I mean, you click on things, and you click the next button and you watch the text read out. It's it's
They say it's like a story more than anything else.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's true to form in terms of visual novel. It's also got like a kind of like a romance system in a way. Like I don't even know what that's called, but
Sex update.
no, it's like you build. They call it bonds, and you like as you bond with the character, you unlock their like skill card and stuff you can use in card battle. I haven't gotten to card battling. I'm hoping it's been changed or improved, and I haven't even gotten to how many hours have I put in? I know I put in 5 hours, okay, and I haven't even gotten to the first murder, Giga. It's
Wow.
taken so
Okay.
long. There's a lot of dialogue, and I read everything. That's what it's there for, I guess.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah, that's my game.
Cool.
Oh, and it's based on
Nice.
80s anime, so if you really like that, that's there for you. I really like 90s anime. I know it's a little bit of a whatever topic, but I don't know, something about that era. There's just so many good animes from that era too.
I couldn't really comment. I'm just not really that. The only anime that I've watched like any extended amount of is like genuinely the Pokemon anime. It's like the only one that I've ever seen. I watched that as a kid. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
it's a good
really the
one.
only thing that I've ever seen of that era. That and that's is that 90s style? It must be, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought. I watched it in the 90s, so
Maybe.
surely.
Yeah. It's got probably. Well, it's hard to say because sometimes, maybe not for that one, but sometimes those animes get adapted for what like translated for Western
Yeah.
audiences. But that one actually might be not the case because I know they were like trying to. How can we make money? I know we'll sell them Pokemon
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
cards,
It's crazy how it's
plushies.
still going, honestly.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Got some friends who are kind of like collector type people, like more into it.
Hmm.
And we had them around the other day with their kids, and my wife was like, "Oh yeah, you've got like a bunch of old ones," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we should have a look." And so she was like, "Oh, I'll get them out," and yeah, because I was like, I'd looked. I think I can't remember when I last looked, like ages ago, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really have anything worth anything really." They're all like original
Wow.
ones from back in the day, but I think they were the most like like $5 or something. Um, I seem to have disappeared. I don't know
Oh,
on
that's weird. What
on your
happened?
feed. But I don't know.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Dumb.
And yeah, and he was going through. He was like scanning through different ones, and he was just like, "No, they've gone up a lot since then." Apparently, yeah, because apparently there has been like a big price increase. He's
Hmm.
just like, "No, this one's like worth like £30. This one's worth
Oh,
£50. This is worth £40." He's just like, "I'd be surprised if you don't have like £1,000 worth of cards here." I was just like, "Whoa, okay, that's a surprise. I didn't think they were worth more than like £100 for like the whole lot." But apparently they've gone up a lot since I last looked. I don't know. But not like tons. I don't have anything. I don't have anything like super rare. There's like nothing that I'm gonna suddenly sell for like quarter of a mil at auction, unfortunately. But
are you gonna
yeah. I
sell
was,
it
but I
though?
was also like, there's no way I could sell them. Like, there's no way. They'd have to be worth a lot more than that, I think, for me to to part with them. They're so nostalgic. I was like, I collected
Oh
them because
wow.
the
Okay.
guy was like, he was just like, your collection is like super epic because he was like, you literally don't have anything outside of like the first 151. You have nothing, none of the future series whatsoever. Like the oldest card in here is probably like 2003 or something like that. It's like vintage. There's just like all the old original prints. It's yeah, it's funny because like I stopped collecting them after primary school basically. So it's like it's just stayed like fossilized. I've got this big
That's
box.
so cool.
It's mostly just like Weedles and Caterpies and stuff. So I've got like a stack of like the good ones, like shiny Venusaur, shiny Raichu, shiny Zapdos and whatever, like a whole bunch of ones. I never ended up getting all of them. I think I had like 11 cards I never had. I didn't have the full collection, but that was just funny, really. Just funny looking at them blast of the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just like I don't know. It's just kind of it's just like nice nostalgia. They're too precious for me to get rid of for like unless it was going to be like a lot,
That's
then
cool.
I kind of I don't know, like means a lot to me. So
I can respect it. That's cool.
Yeah. The only other like one random thing I've got to add before we
Sure.
finish up is I've been playing a little bit more core.gg. Playing is a odd word. This is the like weird ARG for this
Right.
fragmentary order thing. It's like it's very strange. It's very BSG. It was very Nikita.
Mm.
It's like kind of like Hackerman terminal kind of thing. In the most sort of like ARG ridiculous like what's even the word? Just like impenetrable way possible, such that like to actually make any sensible progress with it. Obviously there's like teams of people looking at like how to get through it. So there's like a Word doc where you can like go and see like how to do it. Even with the Word doc, it's quite difficult. And there's like random like 4 hour time gates all over the place. Like you'll have to do it. You've only got like 6 chances to search this thing, and you've got like 20 files to search through. So you just have to like search the first set and then wait 4 hours, then come back and search the next set. Like it's like that the whole way through. It's like it's really weird. It's like because it's like a desktop in the browser with like files and a contact thing and a terminal to run commands and like access to the web in this like universe. It's like it's really odd. It's a really strange experience. But I'm like kind of sucked in now a bit because I'm like,
It's
all this is
gotcha.
here and I don't have to work it all out from first principles because there's like a guide. I'm like, okay, we go here and then you click this and you look at this file and it's like uncovering like weaponry and things for this like it's kind of interesting in a sort of like it's kind of annoying though. I'm like there's so much friction to it. It's like quite off-putting. I can see why like most people haven't bothered. I wonder how many people are actually working on it because it's like it's been open since January I think, and a load of people did all of the stuff and got into this like whatever the founder tier type thing is, but that's closed now, so you can't do that anyway. I don't think so. I'm not even really sure what the point is, but I'm sort of like morbidly curious about like what happens if you like do a bunch of stuff. I don't know. It's a bit strange, but you just like kind of do it in the background because like you can't do that much because you end up hitting like a 6 hour, you know, block like every. So you just like do a bit of the thing and then you're just like, okay, I guess I got to wait like until the afternoon
Classic
and then like get on with
BSG.
other stuff. Yeah, it's like it's like a full on Nikita style ARG, like very much. So I'll let you know as I progress through that if there's anything interesting there. I'm like through the very first bit at least, which does take a while, and on to the next section. But yeah, it's pretty strange. It's a pretty strange one.
Good stuff. Well, I mean, with that, I guess we'll wrap it up here. And thank you everyone for tuning as always, and we'll see you all next week.
Catch you later.